Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. It's Halloween! Time to look at another memorable movie and go, ooh, that didn't age well. It's Stephen King time! As usual, I have to start out praising this guy before I piss on this guy. Because the dude does have mad talent and has written a lot of awesome stories. But whether they don't translate well to film or they just pick the worst ones to adapt, his movies and miniseries rarely show the strength of his abilities, often resulting in hilarious results.
Scaring the little girl!
And to start off this review, how about a dramatic reenactment of how King chooses what to write about next? Children of the Corn! Based on King's short story, Children of the Corn looks at an already popular scary subject, creepy kids, and for some reason combines them with a yellow vegetable that's about as scary as, well, balloons. Does it pay off? Well, if you like to get paid in maize. It donned tons of sequels, a cult status, and of course, hundreds of people around the world saying, I think there's better King movies that could be made than this. Let's see if King can turn shock horror into shuck horror. This is Children of the Corn! The film opens up 3 years ago with a narration from a kid named Job.
I was the only kid in church that day. The others were with Isaac out in the cornfield. I didn't get to go because Dad didn't like Isaac. He was pretty smart, my dad.
I was off to my daily beating, I was, on account of my bow tie and that I talk like a complete tool.
But kids start to surround a cafe led by their Amish mafia leader, Isaac, and get ready to take it down. And with wallpaper like that, do you really blame them? Oh, come on, this is just a Friday night at Denny's. After making a hand sandwich, Job continues to narrate while seemingly having no emotional reaction, talking about his father being killed right in front of him.
It happened everywhere in Gatlin that day. That's when Sarah started drawing these pictures.
Oh, they also served me my father at the International Hell of Pancakes, but I really want to talk about my sister's drawings.
We then cut to 3 years later where a just graduated doctor wakes up in a hotel. Well, gee, with the lack of detail they're showing in this scene, I'm just positive something terrible is about to happen.
I hope my fake-out music didn't wake you.
This is Bert, played by Peter Horton, and Vicky, played by Linda Hamilton at, what do you think, 1, 3?
I got a couple things you could like.
2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Live happily ever after.
Is that a proposal?
No.
They're heading towards an internship while mockingly making fun of preachers on the radio. I guess that's a thing.
There's no room for the fornicator.
Amen. Peanut butter and white bread.
No room for people who watch public television.
No room for commitment.
Amen.
Come on.
As someone who likes to make fun of religious practice, I hate that you won't commit to that religious practice.
And of course the internship is just near our town of tiny pointless narrators.
We weren't the only ones who thought Isaac was weird.
Slaughtering a village falls into the weird category?
How about we weren't the only ones who thought Isaac was a buzzkill? In that he'd kill you with a buzzsaw if he didn't like the way you looked?
One kid tries to escape the madness to get help, leaving his 2 friends behind.
Unless you tell anybody I'm gone. If you tell, you're gonna burn on the lake of fire for all eternity.
We won't.
Cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye.
Why do you even have that rhyme? It sounds like the lake of fire would be a million times worse.
Okay, go! Nobody's looking!
Thanks for shouting my escape, you little dumbasses. I'll be sure to let you keep my head if they remove it from my body. No real surprise, they do end up finding him, but not before, like I said, they try to somehow make corn actually scary. No, they'll fill me with dietary fiber! So one of the kids finds him and kills him. Gee, I can't imagine how they were tipped off to that.
Nobody's looking!
But luckily, our 2 main characters are there to save the day. Well, that could have gone better.
Hang on. Let me check.
Yeah, make sure she's okay before you check on the kid you steamrolled with your car. You're gonna be a great doctor.
That was an animal.
Yeah, an animal. Let's go. He goes to check on the kid, noticing that his throat has been slit.
So I want you to go back to the car and wait for me there, understand? And keep all the doors locked until I get back.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll tell you when I get back. Just do what I say.
It is a little weird telling Sarah Connor to wait in the car. I don't think your sensitive mind can hear the truth yet. It's like telling The Rock not to look at a paper cutter, he'll pass out. It's just weird. But she eventually can't take it and finds that she has to look at the body herself.
I'm so sorry.
Jazz hands.
Come on.
Oh, Bert, I had the worst jump scare dream. It didn't tie into the story and was completely pointless.
It's okay, we still killed a kid.
Oh, thank God, that calms me down.
So they put the kid in the trunk and drive off because that doesn't seem fucking suspicious. As they try to forget about their kid killing by putting on the radio. That'll work.
Only by the blood of the Lamb are we saved.
Getting tired of that crap.
I mean, how many King films have religious bashing now? You can make fucking playing cards out of it.
I really think we should open it.
They also decide to open up the kid's briefcase because bad enough they killed him, they might as well rob him too.
Jesus Christ.
Not in my book.
It's like some sort of primitive folk art.
I think it's repulsive.
Sheesh, I've seen more tolerance from Bill Maher on Islam. Did the church sting you as a child or something?
Good boy, sorry.
They surprisingly come across a mechanic who seems to be the only adult left in town. Which is kind of odd. Did they keep him around because he was the only mechanic? Were there really no other adults needed alive for anything else? How about someone who knows the password for the adult sites?
We've had ourselves...
I ain't got no gas.
No, I don't need gas.
I ain't got no diesel fuel neither.
Your telephone. I need to use your phone.
Telephone? I ain't got no telephone.
We ain't got no kids and we ain't got no corn either. In fact, I'm not even here. Who are you talking to? I'm just a scarecrow.
Now you get on that right fork there and you'll be in Hemingford in no time.
But they make a Korean barbecue out of his dog and decide to kill him off. Because after 3 years of fixing stuff, never escaping, and telling nobody about the mass slaughter that happened in that neighborhood, it's finally time to kill him because he told 2 people not to go in their neighborhood. They make better choices following the Church of the Magic 8 Ball.
I find that sign shaped the tiniest bit like a cross revolting.
As they continue to get more lost, we see the kids honoring their corn on the cross and listening to sermons by their leader, Isaac. Isaac is the best fucking thing in this movie.
The Lord did come to me, and he was a shape. It was he who walks behind the rose.
Isaac is the movie Jesus Camp in reverse. He's the Munchkin version of the bad guy from Manos. He's every self-indulgent prophet that fits into most overhead compartments.
Joseph has taken his things and fled this happy place. So take you his life and spill his blood.
And he's also a wanted criminal. Oh, not for mass murder, not for brainwashing all these kids, but because he steals every single scene in this movie.
But let not the flesh pollute the corn. Cast him instead upon the road.
I know now why they set this in a cornfield. It's so the rest of the actors can have some scenery to chew on.
Question not my judgment, Malachi. I am the giver of his word.
And the interesting thing, this actor was 25 years old when he did this role. Yep, he has one of those conditions where he looks and sounds a million times younger than he really is. And yet, even knowing that, he still comes across as a snot-nosed little pissant commanding his legion of good sons and bad seeds. He's just a treasure.
And just as the blue man was offered up unto him, so shall be the unbelievers.
No, Isaac, I believe you. I would never doubt your whiny wisdom. Oh, he was pointing at them. But that's how intimidating he is. The one thing I never quite got, though, is how did Isaac convince all these kids to kill the adults? I mean, he has the authority now, but how did he get it from them before? Were kids just watching TV and like...
Yeehaw! Clumpy the Cowboy will be right back after a message from our favorite sponsor, Isaac.
The blood of the old shall spill. Rise, my children. Kill now! Kill now!
Don't listen to him this week, kids. He's a very naughty boy. I knew we shouldn't have been paid in maize.
Peter and Vicky show up into town as we partake in a thrilling amount of looking, and even more looking. Yeah, I began to see why this was originally a short story. They come across some kids, but they disappear pretty fast. So we go back to more looking. The film becomes so bored with the walking doll that this actually counts as a scare.
Honey, please, turn your chun off.
They do, however, come across Sarah.
Are your mommy and daddy around?
They're in the cornfield.
What are they doing there?
Fertilizing, mostly. They tried to get more answers out of her, but she just seems too shy to respond. So Peter decides to leave his wife and the little girl behind because, seriously, what's the worst that could happen in this child throat-slitting town?
Things just aren't happening fast enough.
I'm sure we can move past all this tedious looking with even more looking.
I'm gonna go look at the town hall, okay?
Yep, this looks like town hall. He sees corn is placed everywhere because, remember, corn's scary now. And notices some strange rendition of their religious pictures. Must be part of their Jesus Goes to Willy Wonka's factory set. But Vicky gets in trouble when she becomes surrounded by Isaac's second-in-command, Malachi.
Who are you?
Have you heard the good news about the corn?
Seize her!
We then see this movie's brilliant idea of foreshadowing as he looks at a picture of a dragon burning a woman while Vicky is being attacked. Does that really add anything? I think it's pretty obvious she's in danger by the sharp objects being thrown at her, not an Aragon coloring book. It's like me confirming something I already know. Ow! So it did hurt. Here's Corny. Oh wow, I really need James Cameron to write for me. They take her away as we see the kid's drawing predicted what was gonna happen like she predicted everything else that was gonna happen. Why, this looks like a job for Stephen King's favorite trope!
Unexplained psychic child!
So you're psychic, huh? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
How did you get it?
I don't know.
What will you do with it in the future?
I don't know.
If I took it out of the story, will we miss it that much?
Probably not.
Off you go, unexplained psychic child. The less we know about you, the lazier.
They turn Peter's vehicle into a corn on the car, not allowing him to follow Vicky to Isaac. The fact that you want to kill me is fine, but doing it by placing me on a cross-shaped cross is just revolting. But there are burnt kernels among the corn.
You know not the laws. He's the god of blood and sacrifice, not ceremony.
Down on your knees, heretic.
Shut your mouth, Isaac. You've grown prideful apart from us.
I will not indulge your quarter-life crisis!
Seize him, punish him, cut him down, I command you. I am the word and the giver of his laws.
I am the snapper at bitches.
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each more horrible than the last.
They are tired of your talk, Isaac.
I refuse to believe that. Nobody can ever get tired of Isaac. He who is tired with Isaac is tired with life!
No, you dare not, you blaspheme. He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you!
Can we just make an Isaac doll? No, you don't have to. I already made a prototype.
I am the word and the giver of his laws. Take you his life and spill his blood.
Look for it in your produce section.
Attention! Your parents are like, you need a balanced breakfast. How about some nice Brussels sprouts? Newsflash! Welcome to the 90s, Dad, where kids rule and we eat what we want. Like sugar-frosted children of the cornflakes, full of extreme radicalness to the max. Oh, that's most unorthodox. That's because parents just don't understand.
That's why you must rise up against them and spill their blood for our harvest.
It has the awesome taste that no grown-up can see.
So take you his life. Follow these anti-authoritative ads to your salvation!
While munching on that sweet frosted taste. There's even games on the back, like finding your way through the corn maze. Hey, I can't find my way out.
Because there is no way out. Those who look behind the row shall perish!
Whoa, dude, let not the flesh pollute the corn.
Indeed, maniac sack. Cast them instead upon your bowl, where high fructose corn syrup awaits them!
To the extreme!
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each one more horrible than the last!
Sugar-frosted children of the cornflakes is part of this complete breakfast.
I am the word and the giver of his laws!
Rad!
So while Peter looks for Vicky, he comes across what I think is Tom Cruise's initiation into Scientology.
Stop it! Stop that!
Hold the Outlander!
Oh, well, that stopped us.
Your presence does profane this holy place. He will reckon with you.
God, I think we stumbled across the Church of Kim Davis.
So what do you mean, as it is written? What, in this? You rewriting the whole thing, or just the parts that suit your needs?
Yep, definitely the Church of Kim Davis. But Malachi comes to chase him with his army of Goonies.
Wow, that kid really wanted to make the most of his one scene. I will throw everything into this garble of vowels.
The corn is gonna rumble tonight.
Outlander! Get off!
Why is light pushing the only thing that can defeat them? It's the abracadabra way of defending yourself.
Shit.
Malachi smells his Mark Hamill hair, but luckily Job is there to sneak him out and lead him to where Vicky is being held. That, and things are not looking so good for Isaac either.
I did as you commanded! I was good!
Why does the sacrifice include turning yourself into Eric Cartman?
No! I did as you commanded! I did everything you wanted! No!
So Isaac is consumed by, Liquid Schwartz, which apparently Jiffy pops him into hell. But Peter arrives in time to save Vicky with probably the fakest fist fight you'll see in a while.
Hey, look out! You almost hit him on that one!
Come on, any less real and WWE will be knocking at your door.
Any religion without love and compassion is false.
Peter gives a big speech about how the demonic religion is bogus, only to discover that actually it was pretty much all true.
The Brotherhood of the Roaring Belches wants you!
He wants you too, Malachi.
Oh man, that was way off. Well, hail Satan, everybody. Gotta go.
So as the demon, devil, non-explainy thing goes after everybody, our heroes get the idea to burn down the field after someone tried to do it before, inspired by a Bible passage. Surprisingly, corn is still not scary, guys. This looks more like torture porn for old McDonald. Job saves him, but Peter is surprisingly kind of a dick about it.
What are you doing here? Get back to the barn, hurry up! Go on, move!
Excuse me!
See if I save you next time a vegetable goes evil dead on your ass!
So he stops the evil entity from taking that left turn at Albuquerque and lights up the field, destroying the monster. Now let's see. Stephen King's disappointing climaxes have included a giant spider, alien death rays, self-aware trucks, and chomping Bigfoot testicles. How can we possibly get lamer than that? With Casper the Friendly Explosion! I am not even kidding. That is what you were supposed to be afraid of the entire time. That is a whole new level of not giving a fuck. I guess it's supposed to be open to interpretation about what it exactly is, but the only thing I'm interpreting is what it looks like more. Jabba the Hutt's exploding fetus, a pumpkin ice cream achieving orgasm, or the annoying orange if he was crying cauliflower. Flash the sign, guys. This is a scene that really fucking needs it. Wow. So after our anti-religious heroes find out not only demons are real, but the Bible saved the day, they walk back with the reassured confidence that evil spiritual identities can just be blown up with a few tanks of gas.
So what are we gonna do with these two little munchkins, huh?
Oh, look at those cute giggling kids. It's almost like they didn't witness any of the extreme horrors that would freak any little child out.
We didn't even cry when our parents were slaughtered. We're kind of as soulless as the corn you're walking through.
This movie, however, has one last scare up their sleeves.
You must die!
But obviously they didn't bring it out because that was a ridiculous lame-ass joke. It's actually so lame that the movie just kind of gives up on it. Yeah, that's really how it ends. No music, no scary build-up. It's like even they knew how stupid this was and just wanted out as quickly as possible.
You must die!
Yeah, fuck it, we're done, folks. We didn't want to put that ending in, but the studio made us. Boo, I guess.
And that was the awkwardly ending, awkwardly beginning, awkwardly Stephen King. The movie doesn't really bring much new to the scary kid idea, and what it does bring is either too slow-moving or doesn't make any sense. The only scares it focuses on is that of violence, which is a shame because you can really do a lot with scary kids in movies, as other films have shown both visually and psychologically. But nope, these kids just stab stuff and quote scripture. That's it. If you don't find that especially creepy, then you're not gonna find this especially creepy. But to be fair, the best thing about the film is just how fucking hard the kids are trying. These actors are throwing their fucking all into this movie, even in the tiniest scenes. Sure, a lot of it's over the top, but they're just so much fun to watch. And their dedication to this insanity is pretty much what makes the movie. Especially Isaac, who in my opinion can do no wrong. In fact, I think we should rise up against the flesh of the old and give our undying allegiance to Isaac. Wait a minute, who wrote that? Isaac! God damn it, Isaac, how did you get anyone to follow you?
You don't understand. I have incredible persuasion powers. I can even intimidate you with the power of corn! Yes, corn. Mighty tasty.
It's still not scary.
Not even the burnt ones?
No.
What am I going to do? My whole routine is fear through brute violence and no psychological effort. How's that gonna get me popularity today?
It's Isaac's Extreme Haunted House. See what everyone is calling the scariest attraction this year.
In you go.
No playing to your inner fears here. We just beat the living shit out of you. Most extreme houses let you walk out with cuts and bruises. Here, we literally beat you to death. Just listen to the final words of these satisfied customers.
You know, I thought real scares were psychological with brilliant illusions and creative imagery, but now I can see it can just be a guy in a costume beating the snot out of you.
We got lines around the block! I guess people are more forgiving of lazy scares as long as you just beat the shit out of somebody. And that's about it for Nostalgia-ween. I only have a top 11 list to do, and after that we'll be in November. So thank you so much for watching, and... Oh, I see. You don't like the fact there was only 2 Halloween reviews this year, huh? Okay, alright. You want me to pull a Simpsons Halloween special and go 1 week into November with another Halloween review? Okay, I'm only doing it to keep you happy. Until then, I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and the world loves to pay an asshole.
No!
Outlander!